all characters in this game are over the age of 18. Fair enough. I guess that's one way to start. Little classic warning. Well, I guess that's one way to bring back the memories. But hi guys, Delimerald here with another game video where today, welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club. I know, what a throwback. Except this is not obviously the ordinary Doki Doki Literature Club. Today, we had the release of Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. I know, finally, more DDLC content. It's been a while. So, without further ado, unfortunately, for those younger, this game is not suitable for the children or those who are easily disturbed. So, if you fall under that, you've been warned. As, unfortunately, this game is not as it seems, as many would know. I won't get into it, in case you don't know the game, but just saying, it's not for the faint of heart. So yeah, just read the warning, and go from there. I'm going to go with no, just because I don't really want spoilers. Because I don't know what's going to be different here. But yeah, we're going to go into this, see what we got. Just know, disturbing content. I agree. Let's go. Again. Ooh, it's been a while. Doki Doki. And so, we begin. Right, so I'm going to look over the settings and we'll get into it, but welcome back! Okay, everything's been looked over. I think we're ready to go. Game already looks great, by the way. Full HD. I see it. Let's see. Name. I don't know why I'm going to name myself this, but here we go. This will be the birth of Weeb Emerald. Why am I naming myself this? No. It's not it. No, what? So I'm gonna get called that through the entire game. Oh boy. So I don't know, frankly, what is new. But I know there is new stuff. So we'll see. I have high hopes. But as usual, we got a lot of reading. So forgive me if I suck. Hey! I hate my voice already. I just said one line, I'm already like, nope. So I might read normally. If you really want different voices, I can try next time. But that's only if it's really in demand, because I think I'm just gonna make everything sound worse when I start trying to do voices. That just doesn't seem like a good idea, man. I'm gonna be honest, especially when I don't have a point of reference. But in general, female voice with me, bad idea. I can't do it. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air as if she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it kind of just works out because we've known each other so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I got tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. The flashbacks! So many memories! I did this game like 2 years ago now? Jeez. This game is something else. I overslept again! But I caught you this time. Maybe, but it's only because I decided to stop and wait up for you. And there's the name. I'm cringy just looking at it. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me! That's mean, Weeb. I can't take it seriously now! What have I done? No. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. You did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it to be in... I'm already failing at words. Fantastic. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Leave Emerald, have you decided to join a club yet? A club? Told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you were going to join a club this year. Did I? Sure, it's possible I did in one of our mini conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Fairy likes to worry a little too much about me. And I'm just perfectly content getting by on the average with spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I was worried that you would never learn to socialize or have skills before college. She just straight up roasted me in a way. Jeez, Sayori. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. I'm pretty sure my voice cracked. I can never tell. If there was a voice crack. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a need in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Yeah, that's just straight up roasting me. It's not even subtle anymore. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. Look into a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise to try a little? I guess I can promise you that. Yay! Why do I get myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Also, a quick side note. Yes, I know, this is the classic DDLC. I know that this storyline is the same as ever, it's not really changed. I'm curious if there's anything new first off, but number two, I don't have access to the side stories yet. So what I'm thinking is, I never played the original game on the channel because I played it before playing any sort of DDLC on the channel. I regret that. But, to be fair, it was long past the hype by the time I got around to it. But otherwise, I think I honestly just want to experience it again. So, I'm going to record the entire game right now and try and get to the side stories. And then I'll upload another video on that because it's the new stuff, and I think that's what most people are going to be looking for. So I'm going to put in a lot of recording today. But a lot of this will probably be released over time, so I'll have some uploads of the classic game. And honestly, I just think it's worth looking at. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and before I know it, it's over. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. Guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you needed some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, you can come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I am joining your club. Man, he just straight up denies her. Meanie! Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. However, since she was the first one to show interest after the one that proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Sayori, don't make promises you can't keep! I can't tell if Sayori is really this much of an airhead, or if she's as cunning to have planned this all out. However, I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yay, let's go! And so we begin. Yes! This line! I love this line. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member's here! I told you, don't call me new member! I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? I'd kill the atmosphere. Oh, we have Emerald. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Oh, all these iconic lines. Jeez. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Oh, sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. The small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Weave Emerald. Monika smiles sweetly, and there's Monika casually just showing that she's very flexible and can just somehow bend her back. How do you do it? How? And who does that? We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in the class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... you too, Monika. Sit down, Weave Emerald. That name, what have I done? I'm just gonna crack up every time I say it. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them, I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then, how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so there's one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs the wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray and a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats are revealed. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika, and I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and already managed to get icing on her face. I turn around the cupcake with my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Suki is quiet. Can't help her notice sneaking glances in my direction. She's waiting for me to take a bite? Either way, I finally bite down. This icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. It's really good. Thank you, Natsuki. What are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? I don't remember if that's in the original or not. But if so, that's already an oddity. but I can't be sure because it's been so long. Possible thing. Possible. I'm not sure. The game's been normal up to this point. But might be new. Can't tell. Made them for you or anything. Eh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, oh, maybe. But not for you. You know, dummy. Alright. I give him a Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri turns to the table, carrying a tea set. She places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You the whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading may not be a pastime for me. I at least enjoy good tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Getting a unique voice for Yuri is going to be a challenge. That's already what I'm getting from this. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. I'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Huh, Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You'd probably be a board member of any of the other major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Listen, nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make it something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into the literature club, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting in all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when something doesn't grab your attention. Like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can really join... Take 3. I'm confident that we can all really go to this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to get these 3. Maybe that's why they're all so dedicated. How do I screw up a word? Twice. Delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, leave Emerald. What sort of things do you like to read? Considering how little I've read the last few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri chases the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build up complex and deep fantasy worlds. Well, the creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling such a good story within a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like lots of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you through a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp onto something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri may as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, I can't really put it down. True horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Oh, Natsuki's eyes started over to me for a few split seconds. Never mind. That's right, you usually write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? That's a piece of scrap paper bind from the last club meeting. Looks like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. Give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything is just as cute as you are. Everything you do, but same idea. Trey sides up behind Natsuki and puts her arms on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I just think that's impressive. Let's share sometime. No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Trained that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe you share some of your work and set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Yeah, no. That one ain't happening, Chief. Sorry. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aww, I wanted to read everyone's poems. They all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it would be a little more comfortable with each other to strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Weeb Emerald? Monika smiles warmly at me again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Eh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I'll bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind this entire time. I never said I would join this club! Tori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made the decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But oh, I'm sorry, I just thought... Emerald. Oh, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Simp! Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the Lurch Club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yay! I'm so happy! Sherry wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I'd be super angry. I'm not much for swearing, so forgive me for censoring. It's not so much for YouTube, it's just I don't like doing it. I know, it's weird, but I'm just not a fan. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Lurcher Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring it to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over to me once more. You've Emerald, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls consider to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Weeb Emerald, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Yuri and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed for after-school clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! I always like the music. The music's so nice. It's just, I'm so used to it at this point, but in that moment for some reason I was just like, memories. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Shiori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school at the literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to go closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. And so we begin. The poem section. Now, this section is pretty simple, so I'll probably skip over this in future times, but we'll write a single poem. So basically, the way this works is you just pick words, and one of the characters over on the left, down here, will jump up. And basically that means they like the word. And basically, you can pick words to a point where someone will like your poem, depending on how many words they liked. Now, the small detail here is, this is difficult to agree if you don't know the plot. Because right now, Sayori seems just happy-go-lucky. Natsuki, cute, okay, pretty simple. And Yuri seems to like horror words and bigger words. Pretty simplistic, but there's other factors that come into play later. However, the words are still going to stick around as just their usual. So some words aren't going to really make much sense for now. But I know the plot already, so I'm just going to go through and pick words and not bother to explain. Anywho, let's just get started, I suppose. So, let's see. Do you want to write a poem for Sayori, Natsuki, or Yuri? I'm going to go for Sayori, just because Sayori's my favorite out of the three, to be honest. Let's go sweet. Yeah, I still got it. Alright. So, yeah, just onward. Pick the words as you go, and just take your time. So, let's see. Next up. Laugh? Lucky? See, this actually does take some thinking, annoyingly. But to a degree it works. I'm gonna go with empty. I'm not gonna explain why. But yeah, that's a Sayori verse. I know, it doesn't make much sense. You'd think Yuri. But no, I'm afraid there's a bit more to this. I don't know why the game gives you words related to further plot development. It's weird. So anyways, I'm gonna finish this up since I don't want to leave you guys bored, so see you guys in a bit after poem. Okay, there we go. Poem section complete. Back to plot. So I think we're gonna play a good chunk of this today. There won't be much editing for this series just because I want to get these videos out basically as soon as possible. Because I do want to get to the new stuff, and it doesn't seem like it's available till after you get through this stuff. So I'm going to do all the main game today. And then I'm going to get to at least one episode of the side stories. Because I know there's side stories, and I know there's unlockables. But I never played the game on the main channel. I played it on my own. So I'd like to get through it. So yeah, here we go. Hi again, Weeb Emerald. Glad to see you didn't rain away on us. Nah, don't worry. It might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Oh, I'm back at the Lurch Club. I was last to come in, so everyone's already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Weeb Emerald. Hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Thinking you dive headfirst into the Lurcher Club or when literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, don't come to any slack. Sure, told me you didn't want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you just came here to hang out or what. If you don't take this seriously, you won't hear the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps their manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Don't worry, guys. Leave Emerald always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me out without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. You almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? Might be a little jealous. How come? You and me, Emerald, can be good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she has put me into. I wouldn't say it's the weirdest situation ever, but I don't see the harm in it. But whatever. If you say so, my friend. If you say there's harm in it, there's harm in it, I guess. Oh, you're even probably something today. Okay, that one I could see being a weird situation. Because just saying when they're not, that could go wrong. You don't just announce someone else's gift. No, don't do that. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sorry, made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. I don't know what to do. Yeah, I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So a nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. Makes me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read and should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression. She's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around the closet. Right then. Man, looks like no one wants to be bothered today. Some down on the nearest desk. Am I supposed to occupy myself with literature related by myself like this? I guess I can always read the book Yuri gave me. I feel a little too tired to read. I'll probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Terry's conversation with Monica. We're probably going to seem really lame compared to all the clubs though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is the idea of literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. It's really not like that at all, Just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, no one will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, And after they come, we can do that thing and speak to their creative minds. What's this? Story is taking this really seriously. First, hear her deliberating like this. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? Ooh, what kind? Well, we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Ah, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Lines. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. Fair enough. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. Suppose that's why I let her end up getting on my case about things. No, but wonder what it'd be like to see the world through her eyes. Ah! Open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall on my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, no, I'm not sorry at all. Your fault for sleeping in like that. This isn't a napping club. Does our school have a napping club? Staying up late again, aren't you? Once you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You need to get used to it. Don't say that out loud. I glanced over my shoulder to see Monica over here. It's true though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. That's what I do best. That's the problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. It's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. Just give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, it's written all over you. Sayori glances at herself. What's written all over me? You are clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. Arm fingertips down the side of Sayori's hail. Hail? What am I talking about? Hair! Trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just hard to get right. I won't fall for that. It's more than just your hair, Sayori. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain right on your collar. I tried to wipe the stain off with my finger. But no one would ever even notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't really care about that. Yep, he's still a savage. Quite evidently. Hey, you meanie. Don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That's just a low blow, man. That's just a low blow. Yeah, that's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer up from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. And here's one of the classic CG images. This is so funny. What is? Well, I'm just thinking about how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Don't say that! You make me feel all weird about it, stupid! It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess? Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? Charlotte fully closed the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. Whatever button hit, you could have noticed that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. How? Blunt. I just feel awkward now. Thank you, Sayori. Don't say that out. It's even he agrees. I'm not crazy. Anyway, you look much better now, so why does it feel so strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? So stuffy. This isn't worth it at all. Sari hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. And there we go. Phew! That's much better. Sari puts her arms out and twirls around. Sari, keep it unbuttoned and we'll get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? That's your logic, my friend! You're the one who said it! And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Yeah? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway. Let's focus on what I was... Or, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on getting to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. Because we are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Huh, I guess so. So, maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Aw, but I was joking that time. It's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Eh? Maka suddenly called out. Why don't we share poems now? Yay! Leave emeralds. Can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I felt to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still talks away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I can't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? Can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out the poems. Sayori has a wrinkled sheet of leaf-torn paper from the spiral notebook. On the other end, Monica writes hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Alright, on to the poem reading section. Right, so we have a choice here now. Who do we show it to first? Out of all the options, let's say the best for last, and we'll go from... I'll just pick randomly aside from Sayori, since again, my favorite, best girl. So yeah, Natsuki, Yuri, or Monica? That is the question. Well, my timer for the recording currently says 2. So I guess we'll go Yuri, because that's the second option down. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time reading a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that might be the case after we're taking a read through it. So it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face with her hands. I just couldn't help that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It'll take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What are you saying? Right, it's just there's specific writing habits that is usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing is I recognize that new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they try to form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Ray finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone. She sounds like an expert. Of course, that's something you can't be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Now, speaking of being a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamingly. As if it's a rare opportunity for her, which in and of itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh. Don't have to scroll. I don't remember if that's in the later poems primarily, but I wonder if they've shortened the poems or anything like that. Oh, let's give it a read through. Ghost Under the Lights. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing the cave. God. It must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, cleaning air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Yeah, I never really understood Yuri's poems, I'm gonna be honest, and I'm not very good at reading cursive. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even if it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. You went to ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Weeb Emerald. Really? Must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you don't only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. They're in the last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. It's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, makes me happy you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Interesting. Right, Natsuki or Monica? Monica. Hi, Weeb Emerald. You having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have suggestions for the club, like new activities or something we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. Much better going with the flow till I get sold in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Weeb Emerald. Maybe I'll get a little embarrassed today. You know, that's the sort of barrier we'll learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I had Monica my poem. I like this one. makes you think of something Sayori would like. So that's so. You and Sayori are really good friends, right? Shouldn't be a surprise that you have these sorts of things in common. Ah, well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But there's also some similarities you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. Sounds like you two really care about each other's wheelability? What am I talking about? Well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up sounding more similar than you think. So that's the kind of vibe I get when I read your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? It could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has a kind of gentle feel to it. I can tell she likes exploring emotions like happiness and sadness. Even someone so happy can enjoy sad things too. Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. Shouldn't be afraid to experiment a bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. There we go. Could be a while before I get more comfortable doing this though. It's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find a style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased toward their own styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. How ironic. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't always mean I feel that way, you know. Let's see. Well, let's read it then. Alright, pretty simplistic. Let's get... Oh, they changed the scrolling a little bit. It's no longer smooth. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction in the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of their meaningless image. It's just a little hole, but it wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Ominous. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that's kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. The same friend. I'm murdering my voice, so I'm gonna have to stop soon. What's the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not trying to put it. I guess I could say that I kind of had an epiphany recently. Been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. Kinda nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's all coming out kind of strongly. I completely butchered that. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on one specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll end up with a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand, go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright, 2 more. Natsuki time. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. just doesn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not good enough for your day. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Alright, pretty short. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly. People can try, but that's not it. Yeah. I inadvertently read the line. I didn't even realize. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Writing style shouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly! I like it when it's easy to read, but hits you hard. Like this. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight onto the wordplay. Like, you set up a rhyme at the end, but I made it fall flat on purpose. I'll bring out the last line. Feeling the last line, but I read that wrong. Guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Guess you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone here is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Alright, only one option left. Sayori. Oh my goodness! This is so good, Weeb Emerald! Eh? I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no clue what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. You sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you a lot better than most people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a Weeb Emerald poem. And that makes it feel extra special. I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm just really happy you wrote one. Reminds me of you're really part of the club now. Not to mention I'm standing right in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Weeb Emerald. Deep down, you're not selfish at all. You know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, can't deny she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much it means to her and all. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, the way you go through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep wherever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori. This is just a guess, but did you wait till this morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Jeez, don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't say that was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late for school. It's bad to skip breakfast. Get all cranky. Oh, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This is so much fun. Monica is the best. Yeah. Next time, I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. I guess I look forward to it. Well then. Phew. Guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a bit more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me on my mediocre writing abilities. If they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. It's a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Suri and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They're gingerly exchanging sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As I read them in tandem, I watch their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Suki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? Clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? Well, you have to try... You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Weeb Emerald did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Weeb Emerald liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... You're just... He stands up as well. You're just jealous that Weeb Emerald appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? Like, no. Way to make everything I say overly cutely. Cutesy. Can I speak English, please, world? Is everyone okay? You know what? I wasn't the one whose chest magically grew a size bigger as soon as Weeb Emerald started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Weeb Emerald! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? It makes you jump out at the reader and force them to have to figure it out. Let me explain that to her, Weeb Emerald. Wait! There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's a way to contain complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is unnecessarily limiting yourself. It's also a waste. You understand that, right, Weeb Emerald? Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I'm agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Of course it's gonna be Itsuki, Yuri. Help me, Sayori! I just love that option, honestly. Itsuki, as he glares at me, tying up any words out of my mouth. Instead, I turn to Yuri. Yuri. Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Eh? Yeah! Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can you two keep fighting when you're making your friend feel like this? You Emerald. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair to have others interject their own feelings into our conflict. And yet you'll just randomly interject me into it? Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Sayori... Or not, Sayori wants to tell Sayori. What am I saying? Yuri, what a stuck-up jerk she's being. I would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. And I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because it gives so many feelings within just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint a beautiful picture in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's chest is the same as it always was. Big and beautiful. Very right. Yeah, my reaction exactly. Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things. But I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing to me. Nah. That's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori's amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I'd like to see herself get hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. Only I could have the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. I think it's about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Emerald, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was easy talking about everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn some... maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about what everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Emerald, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It's really been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. It's the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion is all. You see why they'd be good friends with you. You know we've been real. It's nice to spend so much time with you at the club. I think seeing you all get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. like Siri still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Siri. I clapped my Siri on the shoulder. I said that. Oh, I skipped it. No. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Alright. So, I think I'm going to leave it there for this first episode. But I'm going to release the rest of the main storyline today, just to get through it. But that'll be in a little while, because I have to record and edit, and I'm not going to do Monday edits, because I just kind of want to get these out today, get that over with. But I need to give my voice a small break at least. Okay, so I was about to outro the video, and I did. And then I tried to quit the game, and this popped up. What is this? Sorry for the abruptness. What is happening? Hold on. Oh, this is where you can get the side story. What? How was I supposed to know this? Fair enough. Okay, never mind. So I'm going to release this video, but the next video will be the side stories then. I didn't know I could just get to them like this. Okay. Right then. Give me a bit. I'll get to those later today. But thank you guys for watching the Deadly Emerald. If you enjoyed this episode of Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, don't forget to like, subscribe, and love button, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you enjoyed. This game is a lot crazier than I thought, quite clearly. But without that in mind, guys, have a grand day.